quake on June 27th. The year is 2026. The world is still. Here is what happened. Two powerful earthquakes struck Venezuela on Wednesday. More than 900 people have died and over 3,000 have been injured. The second quake reached a magnitude of 7.5, one of the strongest to hit the country in a century. The hardest hit area is La Guaira, a region north of the capital, Caracas. Hundreds of buildings have been damaged or destroyed, including hospitals and shopping centers. At least 172 people are still believed to be trapped. In La Guaira alone, at least 243 people have been pulled out alive. There have been more than 200 aftershocks since the initial quakes. Surviving medical facilities are overwhelmed. Doctors say supplies and medicines were already scarce before the disaster. Nearly 2,000 international rescue workers have arrived as part of the response. The United Nations has deployed 39 search and rescue teams, each with between 50 and 100 people. The first 72 hours are considered the most critical window for finding survivors. The death toll is expected to rise as search efforts continue. The United States struck Iran on Friday in response to a drone attack on a cargo ship in the Strait of Hormuz. The attack on the ship happened the day before, and the President of the United States said it violated a ceasefire the two countries reached last week. The military struck missile and drone sites and coastal radar locations inside Iran. The operation concluded within about an hour of the military announcing the action. Iran's parliament security chief said the drone attack was not a ceasefire violation. He called it ceasefire management. The Vice President of the United States said Iran should seek dialogue over disagreements, adding that violence would be met with violence. The cargo ship was struck off the coast of Oman, and no injuries were reported. A United Nations maritime agency had been moving stranded ships out of the strait using an alternative route. It halted those evacuations after the attack. About 500 ships remain in the area, and the agency said evacuations will not resume until there are guarantees they will not be attacked. The two countries are still negotiating a permanent agreement, including the future of the strait and Iran's stockpile of enriched uranium. More will be known in the coming days. A federal agent left a voicemail for a woman working the polls in Syracuse, New York on Election Day. The agent said the call was about an Instagram post she had made in January, which he described as doxing an immigration officer. The woman denied she had ever published an officer's address and said she could not find one anywhere in her posts. She asked the agents to come inside rather than meet them outside. Two people with federal immigration badges entered the polling site and showed her a file with her personal details. They asked her to sign a document stating her account may have violated a law against threatening or intimidating a federal officer. A Department of Homeland Security spokesperson said she had committed a federal crime, but offered no evidence to support that claim. A co-worker at the polling site called city officials while the encounter was recorded on video. Federal law bars armed officers from entering polling places. It is not known whether these agents were armed. A recently enacted New York state law also prohibits immigration agents from entering voting sites. The encounter was confirmed through a federal contact by the local Republican county election commissioner. More details are expected in the coming days. Enrollment in the Affordable Care Act marketplace has fallen by 5 million people. More than 1 million fewer people chose a plan for this year, and 4 million more later dropped coverage or stopped paying premiums. Prices rose sharply after Congress allowed enhanced premium tax credits to expire. Costs roughly doubled on average from the year before. Health policy researchers say the drop followed the price increase. People faced with higher bills stopped paying. The administration has attributed the decline to efforts to address fraud in the marketplaces. Independent health policy experts say the data does not support fraud as the main explanation. More will become clear as insurers report their enrollment figures in the months ahead. A heat wave moved across Europe this week, breaking temperature records in several countries. Germany recorded its highest temperature ever, about 41 degrees Celsius, in a city near the French border. Belgium and the Netherlands also saw record June temperatures, and extreme heat spread into the Balkans and Central Europe. At least 150 million people across the continent faced temperatures above 35 degrees on Friday. In France, the health minister said deaths at home were of particular concern. Hospitals were described as stretched beyond capacity. Spain and France both reported rising death tolls from the heat. In the United Kingdom, a provisional June record was broken for the third day running. A passenger train broke down east of Brussels with about 400 people on board. 3 were treated in hospital as a precaution. In Switzerland, a nuclear power plant took both reactors offline after the river used to cool them grew too warm. Two large events in Paris were cancelled over health risks, including a Pride March and a major music festival. Scientists said June is warming faster than any other month and called this the most severe June heat wave on record for the region. Europe is warming roughly twice as fast as the global average. Forecasters expect the heat to continue into the weekend in several countries. United States prosecutors charged a man with leading a large fraud scheme based in Minnesota. The suspect was arrested in Somalia with help from Somali intelligence services. Investigators say the scheme defrauded government programs. The case is now moving through the courts. Apple raised prices on several Mac and iPad models today. The company said a shortage of memory chips driven by demand from artificial intelligence data centers is behind the increases. The entry-level MacBook Neo now costs $699, up from $599. The 1 terabyte MacBook Pro rose to $1,999, up from $1,699. iPad Air and iPad Pro prices also increased, each rising by about $200. Apple said it had shielded customers from rising component costs until now, and that it is working to find longer-term solutions. Analysts expect iPhone prices to rise later this year, possibly by as much as $200 for higher-end models. Shares of Apple fell about 4.5% on Thursday afternoon. Here is what happened. The world is still.